I don't know where my phone is now. Hi. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I found my phone.
You on?
Yes. But nobody's on yet.
No.
What?
Santa says here she's in all caps and waiting patiently.
Oh. Hi, everybody. Okay, as you join the live, tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you're sewing. I've got to clean up this room. Hi, Madeline. Happy Sunday. It is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day if you're a mom or if you had a mom. I think that'll cover our bases. Barely made it. A couple minutes behind. Barely made it today. Trying to do too many things before I got here. What's happening here? Hi. Hello. Okay, I'm trying to remember everybody's name. Prep for Eternity is Alex. What are y'all sewing today? Jennifer. We have a bunch of Jennifer. We have a bunch of Lauras. Oh, I'm not going to be able to keep all the Lauras straight. Oh, I remember Alex. Okay, never mind. Yes, Jennifer. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you if you are a mom. Happy Mother's Day to your mom, whether she's with us or not, because you had a mom. Hi, Sandra. I'm terrible with names. And they say if you say it, you'll remember it. And I always feel bad because it feels like you haven't remembered someone, but I've remembered the person, I just haven't remembered the name. And then my clients started to throw me this morning because, which is really sweet and just kind of unusual, is I had clients that were texting me about Mother's Day, and I didn't even put my jewelry on this morning. And so I'm trying. So if you did something fun or nice for Mother's Day, what did you do? Or are you going to? And what what are you sewing? What are you guys sewing today? I kind of made mention of it yesterday. I'm going to straighten up a little bit in here because it's like a war zone, and I'm going to just work on butterflies. You can hear Minnie barking in the other room. She's eating. She's having late breakfast. She slept in a little bit, so she's having a late breakfast. And when she has breakfast, she watches her little doggy shows, and she gets all amped up, and she eats. Don't judge, honestly. It is, which I wasn't expecting. I don't know why, because this time of the year, so we've just started, or we're just starting, or we're about to start hurricane season here in the Florida area. Now, typically, at least in my experience, which I haven't been here that long, only a few years, we always get them like later in the season. But like this is kind of our rainy season. And like early summer, it's just rainy. Yeah. Usually our rain moves in like it's beautiful in the morning. 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, it'll get cloudy. It'll pour for 5 minutes. Clouds move out. Sun comes back. Everything got a bath. Water bill is cheaper. But this year, it's only May. It's early May. And we're getting this weird rain storm. Like 4 or 5 days, we're supposed to have like pretty constant rain. I wasn't anticipating it, but I will say this: like for a Sunday afternoon or for a Sunday, it's kind of cool. It's nice. Like it's very cloudy. It rained most of from yesterday afternoon through the evening, and it's kind of still sprinkling now, but it's very cloudy, and I think it's going to rain off and on. So it's like a good day. I love these days because it forces me to get stuff done inside and not be tempted to go and wander around outside and do stuff outside. Okay, so Sandra said it. Yeah, like oddly enough, when it rains here, like I guess it's just such a release of the humidity that it's kind of a nice break from that sweltering humidity. And she said, "Don't you love it when it rains on one side of the street?" That happens all the time. Steve was out in the yard on Wednesday or Thursday, and it had gotten cloudy, or we could see the clouds coming in. And so we went outside to do something real quick. And I came back out like a half hour later, and I said, "Everything is dry. It didn't rain." He goes, "Oh no, it rained on." We have a friend that lives kind of catty corner to us. He said it rained on so and so street. Not a drop on our side of the street. Okay, I want to stitch these letters. So while we're chatting and you're telling me what you're doing or what you're sewing or whatever, maybe you're just here for the gab today. Yeah, that's the one thing is that I do like a little bit of a break. I don't mind the humidity. I like it. It's so good for your skin. I mean, I don't like it when it's like unbelievably or unbearable, but I don't mind the humidity that much. But it is nice when you have like a string of it and then you get like a break. I am good for that. Okay. Oh, I was gonna do the bobbin in blue, but I don't have enough blue for a bobbin. Ah, poop. It's gray. I can't believe I don't. That's all the thread I have. Honestly, that's it. How is that possible? I have like 5 spools of thread. I have 3.5 tons of fabric. 5 spools of thread. 3 of them were freebie samples I got at a quilt show. All right, well. I guess they're right. I have an idea. I really wanted to work on the butterflies. So why I'm still working on this, God only knows. But I have an idea. Oh, this might be fun. It might be fun. It might look horrible, but we're gonna try it. Happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day! If you're a mom, happy birthday! Happy birthday. I mean, if it's your birthday, then happy Mother's Day. If you have a mom, happy Mother's Day. Even if your mom's not with us. Even if your mom is in heaven. Angela, what are you doing? I'm threading up for the bobbin, and I tied it off to the needle. Oh no, I didn't. I tied it off to the bobbin. I was just pulling through the needle. I don't know why. I don't know. I had 2 full cups of coffee this morning, but I woke up very I was up way too late. Just up. We were watching TV. Steve was looking at something on his phone. We were just up. And okay, going in this way. I always forget. No, going this way. There we go. And then I just to add to my quirkiness, I have this bobbin's, it's not really almost out, is it? No, there's a good bit on that. Okay, I need to get an empty bobbin. I have a tendency at night to do, I have a drawer filled with thread. I'm into buying cones now. Yeah, I've thought about the cones. Maybe I should do like, black and a white cone. My grandmother would have said, buy a cone, black and a white cone. Okay, so we are. Okay, so before we go on to the surprise announcement, which I hadn't really worked out all the details in my head, but there's no real details. But it's a good surprise. You guys are gonna like it. So you have to hang on for a few minutes and I'll tell you the surprise, okay? I won't wait till the end. Excuse me. But it's coming. Okay, now, thread. So Sandra just said Aurifil. Aurifil. Honestly, I buy thread when like I need thread, and typically it's been like I'm at Hobby Lobby or I'm at Joann's or whatever, and I need thread. And thank God they have the little things above the thread that say this is for hand stitching, and this is for top quilting, and this is for basic sewing, and this is if you're too lazy and Dude, know what you're doing. Just use this. So that's how I buy my thread. So I want to know. Oh, yay, Madeline. How sweet. Okay, we will go check the mail. We have been gotten so good. Full on adulting here. Checking the mail almost every day. Usually we don't check it often. Look, I know the bills. Really? I have to go and sort through the garbage I don't want to get to the bills that I also don't want. Please. Okay, so we'll go check that today. Oh, that'll be our little outing for the day. Okay. Hi, Kathy from Virginia. Back to the thread thing. Don't get distracted, Angela. Back to the thread thing. What kind of thread do you like? For somebody who doesn't, look, I sit down and I sew. I really, and this may sound dumb or lazy or whatever it may sound, but it is what it is. I'm not the kind of person that's going to change the thread every single time I sit down. I want something that I can leave on there for the most part, unless I'm quilting. Then I'll change stuff around and blah, blah, blah. So what do you like? Do you like Aurifil? This is like most of the time I have, Coates and Clark. This is Coates and Clark. 60% polyester, 40% cotton. Is this wrong? What are you? This is mystery thread. This one I have in here right now is Wonderfil. Wonderfil confetti. That's all. Egyptian cotton. That's all I know. So, what do you like for thread? I'm trying to read the comments and talk at the same time. Hi, everybody. Happy Mother's Day every time, Mom. Hi, Betsy. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you if you're a mom. Happy Mother's Day to you if you have a mom. Hey, Minnie. She didn't make me coffee or breakfast, nothing. But snuggles, puppy snuggles this morning in bed. Steve's sister's name is Kathy, and she always, it's Kathy with a K. Okay, I got you the bobbin. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so we like Aurifil. Can I buy Aurifil in the store, or do I have to order it? I like light gray. It seems to work with most fabric. Like, I agree. Like, I usually use this color. Like, I have this color in my thread and in my bobbin 99% of the time. Aurifil. Oh, Aurifil. Holy cow. But can I buy it locally, or do I have to order it? Or is it, like, where can I just, is it relatively easy to get? Sorry, I thought the bobbin spilled over. Okay. Now, you go up there. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know. We're going to see. Then I'm just going to cut butterflies for a little bit, and then we're going to quilt chop. Okay. Aurifil. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, Steven. He's a sweetie. I did get coffee in bed this morning. Minnie didn't bring it. Steve brought it. Steve is a sweetheart. Yeah, he has a borrowed mom. We say my mom she's the only mom we have left. So we have to really we have to pour on the nice. All right, let's see if this is going to work. Zigzag stitch, but I want a slightly tighter zigzag stitch than I did. Oh no. Than I did before. So is that the length? That's the length. No. Okay, let's see if this works. We're going to try. Okay, Missouri Star often has Oroville, which I'm assuming you mean Oroville, on sale. Okay. I just got a new sewing machine and it came with Glide. I thought it was great, but it's leaving little fibers all over my project. Oh, no. I can't do that. Oroville is usually sold in quilt shops. It may seem expensive per spool, but there's a ton of thread on it. It's 50 weight, thin and strong. Okay. Gray for piecing, disappears into everything. I love all our moms, Steve. Yeah. Hi, Angela. You have a great sense of humor. You have no idea. It's just less my sense of humor, just more the wires sometimes touch, and yeah. Thanks, Elizabeth. I use Glide on my long arm. Oh. Betsy, don't get us started on a long arm. Steve's dying for a long arm. Steve, like most men, loves the machinery of a project. And yes, I almost forgot to ask Jennifer. Jennifer won, right, Jennifer? Yeah, Jennifer won a new sewing machine. Hello? And I've been meaning to ask, like, if do you love it? Is it fantastic? That's what I want to know. Okay, so I want to finish this, and then, oh God, and then I gotta rethread the needle. Oh, jeez. We're not going to put one stitch down today. So, yeah. So my mom is in California. She lives in Southern California. Oh, you know who it was? It was Alex. I always confuse Alex and Jennifer. I think Alex is the one that won the sewing machine. But Jennifer has a new sewing machine. I know. I wish I could win a long arm. Wouldn't mind that. Yay, very cool. Can't beat a new sewing machine. That new sewing machine smell. So my mom lives in Southern California, and she usually comes out, and we live in Central Florida now. And she usually comes out for like 6 weeks to 2 months in the summertime. Okay. I do all my quilting on my domestic machine. I got a Juki TL. Juki. It's a good machine. Good machine. He does. Steve loves. Robin is from Elk Grove. Steve, I'll be honest. We love Florida. We love it. There's lots of things we love about Florida. We love the weather. We love the really, really mild, really short winters. We love the greenery. We love our property. We love our home. But I mentioned it on here before. We are, like, these last 6 months or so, we are a bit homesick. And so we're trying to plan a trip back to California later this summer or fall. Okay, so you heard it, and he puts it in writing. That's it, because now we have all these witnesses because we're over 1,000 subscribers. However, he said 10,000 subscribers and I'll buy you a long arm. So I think we all know what we need to do, because if it's not interesting enough watching me sew, just sew, how amazing would it be to watch me on a long arm? The problem right now is I have to really kind of revamp the whole room. Something thread or something on my neck, because I gotta have a place to put it. Anyway, Elk Grove. We used to go to Elk Grove. I used to have all kinds of clients in Elk Grove, Sacramento, Folsom. We lived in Lincoln, California. Aw, Jennifer, that's very sweet. I bet you'll get there before you know it. I hope so. I tell you what, the best thing about this channel is this. I used to complain, not always out loud, because that just makes other people feel guilty sometimes. But I used to complain in my own head to the little voices. That's who I used to complain to. The little audience in my head. That's who I was talking to. And I would complain that I never had enough time to be in here, to come in and sew. And Steve would say, I'm going to go mow the grass. Go sew for a little bit. But you can't come in and sew it's hard to come in and sew for a half hour every 2 weeks. You can't just sit down and say, oh, sew something. Okay, but you're just going to sew back and forth on a piece of fabric and call it sewing. So in that regard, like, you got to have some sort of a plan or a project. Hi, Fern. Happy Mother's Day if you're a mom or if you have a mom or had a mom. We're so glad you're here. Where are you from? We got a full house today. We have Florida, we have Virginia, we have California. Predford, Jennifer, I forget where Jennifer is. We've got a bunch of people that are in the kind of Indiana. We have friends that we watch on YouTube that are in Indiana, and it still looks somewhat chilly in Indiana. Geez. You got to get your summer going. Anyway. And so I used to get so frustrated because I would come in and all I would end up having time to do was kind of tidy up. And then I'd start looking at all these different projects that, you have patterns taped all over the place. And so I would grab one. And by the time I even got my head around what I was going to do, it was too late. Like, my time was up. I had to go and do something, start dinner or go back to work or go do whatever. So I just felt like I never really got a lot of traction in my sewing room. And I ended up making lots of placemats, because you can make a placemat in like 15 minutes. You get to use some of your fun fabrics. If you're new here, you'll discover that I only buy fabric in 1 yard sections. Is there some strategy to that? No. Is it because I'm slightly cheap? Yes. Is it because I fall in love with a fabric, but I really don't have a plan for it? And so I think 5 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards. What am I going to do with 3 yards? So I think I splurge and I buy a yard. So I've got lots of 1 yard cuts. We come and sew every day, sometimes for 15, 20 minutes. And sometimes we come and sew for a couple hours. We go live on Wednesdays at 6:00 at Eastern time, and Sundays at 11:30. Now, when we go live on Sundays at 11:30, I don't know what I was going to say there. So Wednesdays and Sundays. Now, we have a very, and quite frequently, especially on Sundays, because we're a little bit more relaxed, Steve, my husband, will come on and pitch hit in the comments and help respond to comments. So this channel is only because of you, so the future is in your hands. We hope to get more cameras so we have more views on Angela. Yes, we're trying to. That's the next thing we'd like to do is have more cameras so you can kind of see better if I'm sewing on something. If you're new here, like, this is the place for you. I've had my sewing machine for we got it at the beginning of in February of 21. I don't think you're supposed to say that on the internet. And it was a surprise to me because I was going to buy like $100 sewing machine, and Steve blessed me with this beautiful, beautiful baby lock. I have a baby lock crescendo. Was used by a woman who quilted and bought all kinds of fancy pants attachments for it, and then decided that she really wanted, I think she either ended up buying an embroidery machine or a long arm. I don't remember. So, or it was either that or she had been a Juki or a brother machine person, and that was what she wanted to stay with, and she tried to switch to baby lock and it just didn't work for her. And so anyway, that's how I ended up with my sewing machine. That's the sewing machine I have because people are always asking, what machine do you have on? What machine do you sew on? Now, here's the announcement. So hold on to your shorts. We have to be absolutely crazy. There's no other word for it. We're not in any way equipped to fully do this. But one thing about Steve and I is we jump into the pool fully clothed, right? Just all the way in on most things that we do. So on Wednesday evening. Now, I'm not going to say forever, because we're going to try. The first one's going to be this Wednesday, and we're going to try it. And if it works out good, that's what we'll do on Wednesdays. And if it's a complete and utter disaster and something catches on fire, then we probably won't do it anymore. On Wednesday, we're going to do, instead of going live on Facebook, we're going to make it a Zoom. So that way we can have, instead of you having to stop what you're doing and type, you'll be able to talk. And if you want, you can turn your camera on and I can see you sewing and you can see me sewing, and we're gonna try it. Yeah. Okay. Is right, Madeline. So we shall see. Okay? Like I said, if something catches on fire, we're probably not going to do it anymore. But aside from that, and if you don't want to have your camera on and you don't want to talk, you just want to do the same thing and just chat, you can do that too on Zoom. So that's what we're going to do on Wednesday. Wednesday, 6 o'clock. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fun. Or it's going to be complete and utter dumpster fire. And then we'll know. Can't know until you do it, right? Now, in a few minutes. So keep an eye out. We'll post it on, look, I don't, there's so many different platforms and all this different social media stuff and all this techie stuff. I try and keep up with the lingo and the platform. I try and keep up with all of it, but it's not my natural habitat. So we're going to post it somewhere. We'll put up reminders. Do I know where that will be? No, because I don't know how to do that stuff. I don't know. Steve posts stuff all over the place. I don't know. Oh, we don't go live on Facebook, Angela. It's YouTube, dear. Sorry. Oh God, I bet you we just pissed off all the YouTube gods. Sorry. Okay, we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube live. We have a Facebook page, but we're not live there. We're live on YouTube. We post all our videos on YouTube. Wednesday, we're going to Zoom. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay, let me see if I can turn this. Yeah, you don't have to turn your cameras on. If you want to turn your camera on, fantastic. If you don't want to turn your camera on, since I think we're mostly ladies here today, I like this little top, but I hate that. I hate that. And I'm going to stop fiddling with it. It's driving me nuts. So I'm going to stop fiddling with it. Don't stare at it. Don't look. I'm not 100% sure this is working, but I hope it is. Okay, so Aurifil for the thread. I'll have to, I'll go on and check out. You guys said Missouri Star runs some good prices on Aurifil. So I'll go and look at that. Back to Mother's Day. I hope you did something fun for Mother's Day, or something you wanted to do for Mother's Day, or are going to do something you want to do for Mother's Day. I'm not a mom. Steve has adult children. They're all grown. They are all moms. I am not a mom. I don't have children. I have many. And trust me, if you ever met Minnie. Oh, I don't like how I did that. Okay. I struggle a bit. I'll be working on getting my grandson's graduation long arm. Oh my God, how cool is that? A graduation quilt? Wow. You're all going to be Zoom stars. Okay, here's what I struggle with. Like right now, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm outlining these letters with a zigzag stitch. And I think one of my problems is I either don't lift my needle enough, lift the pressure foot enough, or I don't go slow enough to pay attention really to what I'm doing. Because when I have like a curve, to put on some makeup and be dressed. Maybe. Yes, you should be dressed, Madeline. If I have to dress, you have to dress. If you're going to turn your camera on. If not, more power to you. Makeup's optional. So here's my dilemma. I am zigzag stitching around these letters, and there's curves in the letters, but you can't lift your press your foot up for every single turn, every single point in the turn. So how do you make the turn without the stitches getting all weird? And I'm going to show you what I mean in just a second. Maybe I just go too fast. See, it's not right. Okay, right now it's not right. Oh, my throat drives me. We had breakfast this morning, which we rarely do. I make breakfast maybe once a month. So we had pancakes this morning. Maybe as comfy as you like, as long as we're decent. There you go. You have to keep stitching on the small side. You must have the option for the foot to lift automatically when you stop. Okay, hang on one second, and I'll show you what I mean. Not getting any butterflies done. I do lift the foot and turn. I do lift the foot and turn too, but oops, almost sewed off right off the side there. Okay, now my goal is that by Wednesday. So listen, Monday and Tuesday's videos, I'm just preparing you guys. I'm gonna work on the butterflies because on Wednesday my goal is to start putting the butterflies together, to start putting the rows together, which means that I really have to hustle. So Monday and Tuesday's videos, that's what I'm gonna be working on. I'm gonna resist the urge to do something else or some other project. We're gonna be prepping for Wednesday. Post a picture. I know, Betsy. I know, Betsy. I know. If you're on Facebook. Okay. All right. It did what I wanted it to do. Okay. So here's my. It's hard to tell, but it's supposed to be blue. It's just that it's such a light blue, and it's the only blue I have. Otherwise, I would have done something more like tealy or like a deeper turquoise to be a little contrasty with the blue here where it touches there. So this is actually a blue color. Okay. And then what I did, I thought this was pretty smart for me. Hi, Alex. Happy Mother's Day. If you're a mom, or if you have a mom, or had a mom, happy Mother's Day. It's a good day to celebrate moms. Yeah. I'm missing my mom today. Okay, so back to the point. Let me trim this off so you're not distracted by that hanging thread. So I did a zigzag stitch, and then what I did was I put a red bobbin on. How cute is that? Even though you have the white mixed in. That's cool. I like that. I'm glad I did that. Now, if I can only remember to change the bobbin out. Okay, so Critter Moms too. Yes, I'm Minnie's mom. All right, now on the front, here's the problem. It's not bad around these curves. You know, I stop here at the point and pick back up, and I think that's okay, right? For me, that's acceptable. But what I don't like, and it's the same problem I have with some of the other decorative stitches like the hearts, is this. Do you see what happened here? See, as I was turning, sewing and turning, it just, see how it did that weird to the stitch? See, right there. Right there. And you can't lift, I mean, maybe you do. Do you lift down over every point when you're going around like a small curve like that? Or do you just not do it? And yes, you can ignore this little boo-boo right there. Don't look at it. So that's the question of the button on Messenger. Steven, she posted a picture of the button on Messenger. That's one of those techie things that Betsy obviously knows and Steve knows. I don't know. So, yes, dear. Okay. So, we're going to wrap up. Because I'm going to, what am I doing today? I am going to, honestly, I'm going to put on a little bit of Downton Abbey. I'm going to finish I only have a couple pieces of ironing to do, like clothes ironing. I'm going to do some housework while it's raining outside, and I can just relax and do my housework. Just relax. Do a little laundry. I'm going to plop on the couch and probably crochet a little bit because I'm working on a crochet blanket, which will be done probably sometime around 2027, maybe 2028. We'll see. And then we're having a super easy dinner unless we do like takeout or go to a restaurant. I'm not in the cooking mood either. We're gonna hang out at home today. That to me is a great Mother's Day. Just relaxing and
Talk about the second announcement.
and the program.
The sewing pattern program you're gonna be sewing from in June.
Okay.
The link's in the description.
Thank you. We have a second announcement. Oh, I forgot I have laundry to put in the dryer. I know, that's my problem, is I usually say, oh, I forgot to put the laundry in the dryer and it's been a day. So anyway, yes, go switch your laundry after this. Last announcement is this. In the month of June, so we're doing it in June, we're just getting you ready. We have a new program that we are working on. It's a project program. So there was all these different projects listed, and we're going to work our way through as many of those projects in June as we can. And you'll be able to download the program and have access to all of the patterns and all the stuff so that you won't be saying, can you please tell us what the pattern is? You'll have the thing and you can just go right to it. And we're super excited about it. I think it's totally fun. And so we'll be sharing that link out here shortly in another week or so. But that will be June. For the rest of May, we're going to finish somebody kept asking me and I forgot who it was. And we were not home yesterday when they kept asking me. The butterfly quilt pattern, the butterfly quilt that we're working on, this one.
I would skip it. Skip it.
This one. Sending you an email if that's okay. Yes, that's perfectly fine, Alex. Thank you. If you need the email or a message or whatever, go ahead and do that. The butterfly quilt pattern is this pattern by Free Spirit. It's called Butterfly. Oh, do you ever do that? So a piece of thread folds over on your arm and butterfly quilt pattern by Free Spirit. It's old, like 2023 or something. Yeah, 2023. So butterfly quilt pattern from Free Spirit. I've redone all the fabrics. It's not anything like this. So if you see it in color, I'm not doing anything like that because I didn't like the colors. It was all rainbows and firework rainbows. I didn't care for it at all. So I'm doing it in butterflies that I like and background colors that I like. Okay. Last but not least, happy Mother's Day, Mom. Imagine, just for a moment, imagine that there's a plate of pancakes and bacon and sausage and eggs and a cup of coffee on your little mug rug. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you if you're a mom. Happy Mother's Day to you if you have a mom, if your mom's not with us anymore, if you have a little fur baby that you are the mom to. This is a great day to celebrate if you are a mom, have a mom. And so we wish you an absolutely fantastic day of just being celebrated for being a mom. And in a few months, we will be celebrating, in a month, actually, we will be celebrating all of our dads. But today, we're celebrating moms. So happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. I love you. I wish you were here. I wish I were there. But I love you very much. And thank you. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. I got laundry to do. And Downton Abbey's calling my name. Thank you, Berry Quilts. Happy Mother's Day. All right, guys. So keep your eyes peeled for the Zoom on Wednesday. So excited. So nervous. Oh my gosh. So nervous. So nervous. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for being here today. Have a fantastic afternoon. And don't forget, only a 1/4 inch seam. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.